In vitro fertilization or IVF. During normal fertilization, a mature egg is released by the ovary through a process known as ovulation, which is then picked up by the fallopian tube en route to the uterus. A woman's chances of conceiving are best before, during, or immediately after ovulation takes place. Sperm cells from the man's semen fertilize the egg inside the fallopian tube, which then travels to the uterus. In the uterus, the egg loses its outer protective covering, known as the zona pellucida, through a process known as zona hatching, which is important for the implantation of the fertilized egg onto the endometrial lining of the uterus. Following implantation, a connection between the mother and the developing embryo, known as the placenta, begins to grow, which provides oxygen and nutrients to the developing embryo. In vitro fertilization, or IVF, is performed in the following instances. 1. Infertility. 2. The mother's desire to conceive without a male partner. Preparation before IVF includes 1. Fertility medication for the mother, which allows the growth and maturation of more than one egg in the ovaries. 2. Collection of the semen sample, either from the male partner or from a donor arranged for this purpose. The 3 stages in the IVF process are 1. Follicle aspiration. 2. Fertilization. 3. Embryo transfer. Follicle aspiration. This is the first stage of the IVF process, in which the eggs are harvested from the ovaries, by first viewing them with the help of an ultrasound probe. Each ovary consists of follicles, which are fluid-filled sacs containing the eggs needing to be collected. This is done through the insertion of a long, thin needle into and through the vaginal wall, guided into the ovary. A suction device is then connected to the needle, allowing the collection of the desired eggs from inside the follicles. Fertilization. In this stage, the eggs collected are immediately transferred to a lab, where the healthiest ones are mixed with several sperm through a process known as insemination, or through the direct injection of a sperm into the selected egg, a process known as intracytoplasmic sperm injection. The fertilized eggs are then monitored for 3 to 5 days to ensure growth. A hole is then created in a portion of the zona pellucida to allow the selected embryo to implant successfully onto the wall of the uterus. Embryo transfer. Some of the developing embryos are immediately transferred to the uterus, while the rest are frozen and stored for future use. During embryo transfer, a speculum is inserted into the woman's vagina so that the doctor can see the cervix. A syringe is then filled with fluid containing one or more of the hatched embryos, which is then attached to a special catheter, which is inserted into the vagina and cervix to reach the uterus. Once inside the uterus, the embryos are injected, after which the catheter and speculum are removed, and the woman is requested to lie on her back for at least 15 minutes.